America Chavez, made in the USA, issue number 5. The finale is here to what I could consider to be the best America Chavez book ever. There's been a couple times they tried to make her something. Nothing really stuck. But the funny thing is about this time around is we're in this weird era where this character is going to be in a movie, so we're pushing her to be relevant, and that means kind of retconning her origin. Now, is this going to be the retcon that we see in the Multiverse of Madness? I doubt it. I think we'll actually see the utopian parallel because it's about multiverses and shit, but this shit works too. It's fine. Good finale. I really like the way this wrapped up. It kind of tied up the loose ends abruptly sometimes, but we got a solid story and a solid premise from this. And I enjoyed myself reading this. I thought it was a fun book, and I can't complain about it too much. So we open up this book just seeing the flashback, and we know it's a flashback because the background, like the white space that's normally the white space, is blue, and that's a sign of the past in this story. We just see that Berto and America are just flying a kite, just having fun, and we cut to the present. We do see that Catalina still has Berto tied up. She's trying to get America to join the cause. Do the right thing here, America. Be on my side. We can take over everything. And then it's just kind of like a recap. We understand again why Catalina's doing this. She was like the last of the starlings that Gale's had, and he kind of manipulated her and tortured her mentally. And you're just like, okay, it's dark and creepy, and I don't like the idea of an old man using this woman for her powers when she's a child. It's really disturbing and weird. So you have a right to make Catalina this bad guy. I'm perfectly on board with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. And then we see that part of Catalina's plan is that she wants to bring her mothers back, and she's like, look, the Starlings are going to do their own thing. We'll make them into heroes, and we'll finish Gale's plan because I've been radicalized in a sense. But as we're doing this, I'm going to bring our parents back. You're going to open up the portal. We're going to get our parents back. And basically, it's this is kind of the plot of Into the Spider-Verse when Wilson Fisk wanted to get his wife and son back, but I'm not going to complain. It works. Because the whole time America is they're dead. We can't get them. Even if we find some other version of them in the multiverse, that's not our parents. They are not coming back. They're dead. I can't bring them back from the dead. And our moms would agree that this is the wrong thing to do. But Catalina is trying to convince her, I still hear them. This is what they'd want from us. This is what we should do, is bring them back in a way. And she's trying to get America to see it. It's kind of just I guess I gotta do it to show Catalina that this is wrong. So she opens up the portal, trying to show that Catalina, our parents aren't coming back. You don't hear their voices anymore. You can't find them through this gateway. They are not there. They will never be there. But Catalina cannot accept the fact that her parents might not be there. She's trying to prove that they're there. We just have to find them. She jumps into the portal and kind of gets sucked away. And that's the last we see of Catalina in this book. And I'm like, that's interesting. It kind of wraps it up quickly. This is a mini-series, and it probably exists as a mini-series so we can get the trade out in time for when the show premieres in, is it February or March that Doctor Strange comes out? It's going to come out by then. I'm going to imagine the trade will be here by at least December. So if Catalina does come back in some other story, I'm not going to be surprised. We'll have to wait and see. But America saves her brother. They kind of reconnect. I figured out what's important to me now. Then we get some narration from America. She's talking to Ramon at the end of this book. It's just it took me a while to realize what I had and what I was missing. And what I had was my family. What I had was just the love and support I didn't know I needed because I didn't have my actual birth parents with me. But I have this family that took me in, and I'm happier for it. So that's a nice message. It's just even if they're not your birth family and you're kind of adopted or doctored into it, there's still people that care for you. So Berto and America take all of these Starling girls back to find them places to live and find families for them to be a part of. And then we see just America reconnecting with her family. She's at the dinner table. Everyone's having a good time. And this is where she kind of says, I'm going to be staying in New York for a while. So she says that to Kate and to Ramon. And it's kind of okay. I mean, I could be reading into things a little bit too much when I say this, but I think it's hey, we're going to push this idea that America is going to be based in New York in the movie, so we're bringing her back to New York so the people who watch the movie want to read a comic, she's in the same place. I might be reading into that a little too much. Again, it's they do a good job of using the message of just yeah, she wants to be part of her family again. So she's back in New York, which is serviceable too. It works just as fine. There is nothing wrong with that. It is a good idea too. And when she's in New York, she does kind of get like a costume upgrade, right? This is a new kind of costume when she's fighting giant rats with Thor and Captain America. Like, it's a simple enough redesign for her, and it looks pretty good. Again, it's kind of like slowly separating the colors from Captain America a little bit, because I think we're going to push her to be not connected to any other character, which I kind of hope's the thing we do in the movie. So I like this. I like it a lot, and she still misses her parents, and she puts up like a picture of her mom's, which is really nice to see. But she's also saying like, I'm slowly losing my power because like that big gateway I built for my sister, it's been slowly dwindling since then, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do everything right. I'm just trying to do what I can to help these girls that need families and figure out the right thing to do through all of that, which I think it's kind of cool. I like it. You know, I understand like maybe we've seen America as like a young woman throughout most of her like careers, like even on like the Young Avengers, she's a teenager, but now it's just like she's maturing, she's growing, she's realizing like I want to spend time with my family. That's kind of like one of the things I was missing throughout my life. And now that I'm back in this situation where I can be with my family, that's where I want to be. So I think that's a really cool angle to play up, and I think it works really well for this story. I have no complaints about that. So like I said, there was some narration throughout this book, and we see that America was telling this to Ramon, just saying like, I'm going to be staying in New York for a while. I still like you. They kind of kiss a little, and it's just kind of cute. And she's like, well, if you're ever back in LA, hit me up. And it's weird that Kate's still staying in LA. I think we'll probably get an explanation for that later. So it's kind of cool. Ramon leaves, and we see Spider-Man shows up to talk to America. It's like, yo, what's up? There's a giant monster snail downtown. I could use a hand if you're interested in helping out here. She's like, oh, of course I'm interested in helping out. I'm back in New York, baby. This is my place. These are my people. Let's have fun. And that's where the book ends. And I think that's a very strong ending for this book. You know, it kind of like rushes the ending, I guess, with Catalina in a sense, but it does play into those elements that I think work for the character, and it makes sense that that's the conclusion for the story. It does kind of tease that there's going to be more with this character, which I get it. I do the same thing. America is a fun character, and this artwork really exemplifies why this character looks so fun and unique. I just love this art style. It's kind of like chibi in ways with the big eyes, but every panel is dynamic and every character has some great emotion on their face. I really like that a lot. It's just a fun book. And it's a really strong finale for a good America Chavez miniseries. Like, I don't know what else more you could do with this character. I understand the need to kind of retcon the origin, and then it works. Like, it actually made for a good story with a concise ending, a little rushed at times, but I think it's a believable thing where this is where America learns that the family she's always wanted has always been there with her. It's a very positive thing to see. I'm liking this a lot. I like the structure. I like the story. This is where you should probably jump on if you want to get into America Chavez. This is probably the best the character has ever been written and ever will be written. Maybe not ever written, but yeah. Good book. So, America Chavez, Made in the USA, issue number 5. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.